The New York Jets have made a very sneaky trade that nobody is talking about right now, and this is perfect for the team, especially after the Jets traded away Sauce Gardner, having a lot of holes with their defensive back unit right now. The Jets now are able to make a move and acquire a young, impressive defensive back who does have some potential in some specific areas. We're going to go over all that and much more, guys, but real quick before we jump into it, if you are a part of that percentage that is not subscribed to Jets Digest, if you're part of that 71%, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Jets update. We have everything that happens with the Jets being covered on this channel every single day. You don't want to miss out on it. We're having a ton of fun, but let's jump right into the video, guys. There is a lot to go over on the Jets because no GM has been more active over the past couple of days than Darren Mougey. Obviously, trading away Quinnen Williams was something that became more and more likely as time went on, with Williams not wanting to be with the Jets anymore and all that noise, but nothing could have prepared us for Sauce Gardner getting traded to the Indianapolis Colts. That was out of left field. It stunned us all when it happened. It stunned Sauce Gardner. None of us saw this coming. However, now it happened. It's over. The Jets do not employ Sauce Gardner anymore. He is in Indianapolis with the Colts, where his future will continue. We're obviously wishing the best of luck to Sauce, but the team went out there and did make a move to add some more depth to their defensive back room. They obviously needed to add more defensive back help after trading away Gardner, just so they could keep having a good amount of guys who could play that cornerback position. But there has been a whole lot of questions surrounding what's the right move, what's the right play, and we saw the Jets go out there and make a nice move where they traded a conditional 2028 second-round pick for Ja'Sir Taylor. Now, Taylor is a very interesting piece, especially because the Jets traded a conditional 2028 seventh-round pick for him, which means they effectively got Ja'Sir Taylor for absolutely nothing. This is the type of trade that makes sense for the Jets. They needed more depth, and instead of signing some random cornerback off the market, they decided to find someone who they actually liked. They like what Taylor brings to the table, and they decided to ultimately make the move for him, a move that I am personally a fan of. Now, diving into Heavy Sports, breaking this down, they did say that the former Demon Deacons product has played 1,061 career snaps on defense and 872 career snaps on special teams. According to Pro Football Reference, that is, he is listed at 5'11" and weighs 186 pounds. Taylor is scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent in 2026. Now, on top of that as well, Heavy Sports also mentioned that Azareye'h Thomas has a chance to prove the Jets' decision makers right. The former Florida State product was a projected first-round pick at one point during the pre-draft process. However, he stumbled down draft boards after a slow 40-yard dash time. The Jets stole Thomas with the number 73 overall pick in the third round. If he can become a serviceable starter, that is a massive win for the Jets. As right now, guys, Brandon Stephens, who I know I have hated on a whole lot on this channel, but he's been absolutely great. That made it sound like I'm mad that he's great. I know that I'm going to get made fun of again, which is all it is. Obviously, shout out to Brandon Stephens. Obviously, I want Brandon Stephens to play well. I'm a Jets fan. I want to see him play well. I didn't believe in the signing. I didn't like the first couple of weeks. But Stephens turned it around and has been one of the best cornerbacks in football this season. The man has been absolutely phenomenal. I have been not phenomenal. I was dead wrong on Brandon Stephens. I'm so happy that I'm wrong about that as well, because it means Brandon Stephens is playing awesome football, which he has been. Stephens is now the Jets cornerback number one, and we're going to see Azareye'h Thomas be the main guy getting that second option, which is really, really good to see, because Thomas, he is someone who does have talent. We've seen it already in these small increments that AZ's had, where he actually has shown that he's a talented corner and that he's going to give some room. And Jets now, over the second half of the season, while they have to decide how much do we have to focus on defensive backs, both in free agency and in the NFL draft, they get to see what Azareye'h Thomas can do for half a year as a rookie, so they can decide where he belongs on their depth chart next year. They're going to trust Brandon Stephens a lot going into the following season, obviously imagining that his performance over the past couple of weeks keeps up since week 4. And if that's the case, the Jets may look into free agency, try to sign someone away, but also, they're not going to waste a ton of money on some veteran if they don't think they're ready to win. If they think they are, then yeah, they're going to try to sign someone as well. But also, the draft does matter for the cornerback position as well. Cornerbacks are often taken quite high. But they also did add another piece right here in Ja'Sir. I mean, look, here's the thing. When you trade this, a conditional 2028 second-round pick, when you see something like this, you're like, all right, well, Ja'Sir Taylor's never going to play for the Jets or whatever. But when we look at Taylor, he has started a handful of games. Out of his 57 career games in the NFL, the 26-year-old has started in 11 of them. He has an interception to his name. He also has played decently in the games that he started. Now, he has mainly played out of the slot, which makes you wonder because of Brownlee playing there. And obviously, Brownlee's not going to lose that role because he's been phenomenal. But at the same time, we've seen Ja'Sir Taylor show some promise and then also move to special teams this year so he could get on the field more often. Now, a lot of fans on Reddit were discussing this move, and we did see a conditional 2028 7th has to be the lowest value you could possibly include in a trade, the equivalent of a 2026 9th round pick, or a 2021 15th round pick. Like a pack of Duracells expires in 2036. Mougey knows he will be in sales by then. And then equivalent to a player to be named later in MLB trades, which is the perfect way to put it if you ask me personally. And also on the NFL's subreddit, we did see a Chargers fan sort of speak out on this, saying they sent Taylor in exchange for a 2028 pick from the Jets. Well, then why even bother? Jets fans, just so you know, Taylor is a meh cornerback who is probably best in the slot, but is a liability when playing outside. However, he is a very, very good special teams gunner. Single-handedly caused some turnovers in past games, so he's a positive in that need, if that is a need, which for the Jets it is. Their special teams does desperately need help. Now, which makes this trade a little bit more confusing because the Chargers haven't been great at special teams and have traded away their second or third best player on special teams in Jasir Taylor, which is odd. Now, the Jets fan said right below, don't know if you noticed, but we clearly aren't trying to win games this year. Well, in that case, New York Jets starting outside corner Jasir Taylor is at your service. But at the same time, a Chargers beat reporter did say that it was speculation that basically a salary dump deal, the Chargers needed to free up some funding to make sure they could max out their practice squad signings due to all the injuries. So the Jets got Taylor for absolutely nothing. I mean, last time we saw this happen, it was Jarvis Brownlee. So forgive me if I'm high on this, but Darren Mougey's done this before. He's cooked before. So I honestly feel really, really confident with Darren Mougey making this trade, considering how the Jarvis Brownlee for a 7th round pick turned out for the Jets before. I'm very, very confident in this move going forwards. I love what the Jets did here. This is perfect. This is what they want. This is what you want to do if you're the New York Jets. This is how you want to really run things here. Now, on top of this, we obviously look at Azariah Thomas, who has played a good portion of a lot of years. And this is Jasir Taylor in college. Wrong person, obviously, because he's not playing at FSU, but pretend I didn't say that. Sometimes you see the stats, man, and you just get mixed up, especially, well, it happens to the best of us. But for reference, these are Azariah Thomas' stats. So I'm not losing my mind. I just hit a different button. But the Wake Forest product did play 5 years at college, which is never the best sign for college players, but also at the same time, Jasir Taylor did look nice in those, got a lot of games under his belt, played quite well from 2017 to 2021 at Wake Forest, had some good years for sure, tackled pretty well, had obviously a pick 6 at one point, had a few interceptions, 2 per year from 2019 to 2021 when he was on the field a lot more often, so we do see that. And he is a product to be very interested in moving forwards. Again, Azariah Thomas is likely to take over here. Right now, where we look at this Jets cornerback situation, we see Brandon Stevens and Azariah are the starters with Jasir Taylor and Quantez Stiggers backing each of them up, and then Jarvis Brownlee as their slot corner as well. Now, on top of that, we do see that Azariah Thomas played 3 years at FSU and was quite good in those years as well. Showed a lot of promise, but because of the slower 40-yard dash time, it did throw things off. However, I'm higher on the Jets cornerback room than a lot of people still. I don't think it fell off an absolute cliff without Sauce. Obviously, it's considerably worse because they lost one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, but I think the Jets will be overall quite fine in the long run, especially with these draft picks. What do you guys think about this move? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We do have more talk about Sauce Gardner coming out as well, because we're going to break down a whole lot regarding him over the next video as well, and then like the Jets will likely end up moving on. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Go Jets. Subscribe. Turn on post notifications, man. You don't want to miss these videos. They're fun.